Oh, there was a really good Papa Meat video. Yes! Let us all enjoy this Papa Meat video.
Oh my God! Oh my!
Hello. You kill them all, man.
It's the game! It sucks playing the shit! And I'm get addicted, so I can't quit!
Man, it doesn't matter if she's 15. I like young girls. I like
What
them
the
15,
fuck?
14, 16. I like them real young. All the girls in the 20s, I'm cool with them, girl.
Oh my God, you subhumans! You drink! No one cares about burying you cans of pigs!
Welcome back to the
The
Papa
best
Meat
game
channel.
ever
How you
made.
doing? How you doing? Come on in and sit on down because today we're talking about one of the worst games to ever grace this planet. At least that's what people say. Dude, I still play it. We're talking about League of Legends.
I think it's great. I think it's awesome.
If you haven't heard of League, I mean, I don't know what kind of rock you've been under, but it's one of the biggest games on the planet. Still, League is, I would say, among online games, I think is regarded as the worst, like, most toxic, worst game.
It is, but you just play it with your friends. Who cares?
Every time I've ever streamed League on Twitch, people always come in and they're always like,
Why are you playing this?
Huh.
Why? Oh, he plays League? Ew.
and they're playing like Genshin Impact or something.
I need to max me in.
Are you kidding me? League is a bad game, but to really know why it's a bad game or why
True.
it's one of the most toxic games, you first have to understand the game. One of the reasons
Bro, even Papa Meat hates Genshin players.
it's one of the most toxic
I told you.
and one of the worst games of all time is because it's a team-based game. And everyone has a role in this game. It goes top, middle, bottom, and jungle. ADC and support. In the game, you have an objective where you have to protect your lane. You have to push the lane, inevitably getting to a base that you explode. Not a terrorist act, just that's the objective of the game. But if you start losing your lane, people like to do a thing called griefing, raging, right? All kinds of
The
things
worst.
that are a result of never taking full accountability for themselves and blaming other people. Once again, that's just the online way. And the problem too with League is that the games typically take 35 to 45 minutes. I've been in a League game that was an hour and 10 minutes long. That was
That's because you're bad. My games take 15 minutes every time. They just FF. They see me on the enemy team.
called Hell. That was called Pack It Up. It's kind of, you know, that's the end of your night kind of game. And especially cute little anime characters running around saying one-liners.
Another day, another sleigh.
You want to ride the sewer slide. Huh? Harry, I did it. I put it into one.
Nice.
Thank you. But here rage is born. Pettiness, profanity, and violence can finally take shape.
It was at this time that I called this Malphite a fucking worthless, brain-dead scum bastard pile of trash, mental face that should be gunned down in the street like the degenerate he is.
Bro!
It's funny because League has gotten so bad, they basically give you honor bonuses for not being mean to other people. Such as their emblem, Stay Cooled, which was tilt-proof and chill. Great shot calling, leadership and strategy, and a nice GG because you're a friendly player to play with.
You know what I do? I use the League medals to manipulate women. And then here's what you do, right? Here's how. You keep giving them the heart one. You keep giving them the heart one. And then they'll keep on associating playing with you with the heart. And then eventually they'll fall in love. That's how it works, man. That's how it goes. I'm telling you, bro. You rizz them up, give them the heart. And just say, oh, man, I thought you did great. And then they'll want it, right? Like, oh, I'll just give you the heart for fun. You know, because you did great. And they're like, oh, my God, do I love him? That's how it goes.
There's no, that just pisses me off.
Well, some people use it to, like, passive-aggressively say you were the worst on the team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just like any competitive online video game, once someone starts having a bad experience, they start raging. And League players are some of the worst at that. Tyler won. There's a lot. I was going to list off some more people, but a lot of them are just pedophiles. That's just, I was going to say, well, it's more of a pedophile. We'll get into it later, but there are a plethora of compilations of people raging on stream, and all of them are very funny. Here's a little montage right now.
Whatever you want, my guy.
What is going on?
Little known lore. Trick2G is another one of the content creators that I look up to, and he's one of the reasons why I stream. One of the most entertaining motherfuckers on the platform. Check DMs. What the f is this?
Guess you don't need my self-introduction, but if you need to hear it from me, then yes, I am Scar. Hello, little lambs.
Hey, man.
I hope you're all staying just the right side of naughty.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to invite you to a special streaming event by the one and only 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿.
What?
The event will be called Tectone Oiled Up, and it will feature community-created edits of an oiled up egg representing the world-famous streamer Tectone.
Okay, dude.
See you there, Rovers. Sorry, Tech.
What the fuck was that? Hey, man, should have done it. If Shy tells me to do that, bro, for fun, as a joke, I'll do that shit yeah, that was great. Yeah, it was cinema, bro. Okay. All right, I will see you on air. I will see you there.
Just get cancer and die from it. That's all I wish for these pedophile cancer patients in Game of Thrones.
How do we know he didn't say racial slurs?
We don't.
Yep.
How do we know that we didn't broadcast racial slurs? Can we have someone translate what he said? Wait! We want to thank today's sponsor, Bad Dragon. Now, listen. If you've been watching the channel for a while, Bad Dragon isn't new to you, but maybe some of your fantasies are. Maybe some of those kinks. Bad Dragon is probably the leader and most amazing. I don't want to include this, but if you went back and looked at my search history of things I've said during League, yeah, it probably wouldn't be good. I don't even think we don't even include that in the video. I just the game does something to you. It turns your brain to soup.
If my League logs ever get leaked, I'm canceled. Dude, I go into League games and just shit on everybody for being poor. Every time. I go in there and they'll say some bullshit and I'll say Jax is talking to me. And then I'll say, Jax, 8 hours after this game is over. In quotations. Hello, sir, may I take your order? And it always fries them. It fries them every single time. And they're like, hey, man, come on. It's just a game, bro. And I'm like, then don't talk me. Relax, man.
It makes you do that thing where you have to grip every part of your body. You're refraining from reverting back into your ape-like status, devolving back to ape. And if you don't know what griefing is, it's deliberately and intentionally irritating, harassing, annoying, or trolling other players within the game, aka F.
Yo, Rogue. Congrats on 50,000, baby. I appreciate you, dog.
UN. Fun. That's what it is. That's like probably the only fun part of League. But what are some toxic things you can do in the game? I feel like I'm giving people a guide on like how.
Now make a Calcharo EXE before I suck your. Make the EXE.
Like make a bomb kind of thing. That leads us into our 5 stages of griefing. Stage 1, denial, aka flaming. This is the easiest stage. Most people get here at least once every game where you verbally attack another player in the game. You're gonna do it.
No. I shit talk my teammates way more than I shit talk the enemy team.
If you play the game, you're gonna verbally assault someone else. It's like meat and potatoes. It's that simple. You know what I mean? This could be a teammate or an opponent with the statement centering around they got lucky, how players suck, they're slow, low map awareness. Right, guys? Now the guys who get pussy are like really like, oh, okay, I know exactly what's happening. I could be completely misremembering this in my mind, so don't hold it against me. But I could have swore one time in a League game, and I told a kid, I was like, I hope your parents die in an automobile wreck. And that is the exact same, that's the exact same thing Wings of Redemption said that people got mad at him about.
Hey, whatever. I hope your family dies in an automobile wreck.
What? It was the heat of the battle. It was the heat of the battle, which led me into stage 2.
I'm gonna be real. As long as my homie, I read that as a very different word. As long as my homie ain't saying the hard R, he pretty much has range to say whatever the fuck he wants.
Anger. Typically, anger equals pings. The most petty thing you can do is spam pings in game.
They're giving me the rope emoji. That's the rope emoji. They're all telling me to kill myself. Hey!
Because it's just a little arrow.
Oh,
it goes
God.
anywhere on the map. It does a sound that sounds like this. Now imagine having this happen every time, and then someone's just like, "Hey, by the way, I hope your parents die in an automobile wreck." Ping, ping, ping. Hey, by the way, no one loves you, you suck. Specifically, the question mark ping. Obviously the most tilting one because you're continuously asking someone, why would they do that? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Very philosophical. Pings are a great example that anything can be used for violence. They're supposed to be used to alert
when you die in game and you get 18 question mark pings, it's one of the worst feelings on planet Earth.
Teammates about potential danger or to coordinate movement. But instead, whenever a teammate makes a mistake, you can continuously ping them over and over again.
Oh, she's not even coming back bot now. I pissed her off. Great, bro. With a couple pings, I made her perma-roam, but...
This is called psychological warfare. How do we know this is not what they did at Guantanamo Bay? You have some poor son of a bitch being waterboarded and they're using the, the League of Legends question mark ping. These are all things that pings allow you to do. Thank you, League. You make it so easy to psychologically destroy your opponent. Which leads us into bargaining, which the next step involves players trying to punish members of their own team, which seems like the last two steps, but this gets a little more chaotic. Usually, they have been beefing in chat with one another, like I said before, nice little chat that looks something like this, throwing some pings, throwing like a, I don't know, like Linkin Park soundtrack or something that you're probably listening to while you're playing. When all hope seems lost and someone is at their complete wits end, they do a nice Chris Benoit, right? They ride the sewer slide. The person runs into enemy towers and intentionally sewer slides themselves. I'm tired of the unalive. That was a good one. Sewer slide. Copyright Harry. By doing this, by riding the sewer slide, you are trying to speed up the game and give the team an advantage so the game can be done without having to leave the game. Because Riot also does a funny thing where if you leave the game, you're punished. Let's say everyone is calling you racial slurs the whole time. That's happened. That's happened to me many times. I'm a white man. I've been called many racial slurs, and it affected me emotionally and mentally. If I want,
it don't affect me at all. That being said, even though it doesn't affect me, I know that it should. And so I will put anybody in their fucking place if they say that shit. I'll just kill them, bro. Because I'll be real, you can't come into my chat or come into my zone, drop some racial slurs, and then I do the same thing to you and then you get upset. That's not how it goes, man. That's not how it goes. None of them are okay. All right? None of them are okay.
I wanted to leave the game because I felt harassed. Riot would be like, by the way, here's a penalty for leaving your game, dude. This is the bargaining stage because sometimes the person just wants the other players to apologize.
However, I do like being called one of them. I do like being called White Devil. I do like being called that. That makes me feel powerful.
Admit they're wrong. Yeah, right, dude. Then the next stage is depression, rage quitting. A person exits the game and doesn't come back. This is one of the ones where your teeth grit together, you slam your fist, you're kind of talking to yourself.
So trash. I'm so you're washed up, you motherfucker. You short little head bastard. Get out of my head. You don't tell me what to do. I'm a good player. I'm a good player.
You do that thing where you're like yelling, but you're gritting your teeth. And it stays with you all day. As soon as you rage quit from a game, that shit stays with you indefinitely.
No, I get it all out. I say, why the fuck am I even playing this fucking game? It's for real. Why am I lowering myself to this drivel? Get me the fuck out.
I'd say deep-rooted scars that last with you for years. Jacob don't even play the game anymore.
Can't stand it.
I love it. I love it.
Acceptance. This is acceptance that Tilt has consumed them, that they are getting dumpstered, and they do not want to play the game anymore. They have fully broken, they have gone, they're probably going to ride the sewer slide themselves. They are going to
sewer slide is so insane
in the game. Or maybe they might even uninstall the game. After rage quitting, possibly while still in the game, the person might destroy their keyboard, their mouse, knock things off their desk, throw things, or even punch holes in walls.
Oh my God, I just broke my
I really don't like people who are adults who can't control their anger, so they have to like break something. It's so irritating to be around, bro. It is just so fucking uncomfortable.
Lucas back in the day.
Creeps. It is seriously embarrassing watching you miss creeps when there isn't an enemy around.
it's fine if it's on stream. Off stream, doing that unironically is insane.
Anonymous for gifting my underscore butthole.
It doesn't help too, the stream abs, like the donation reader thing. Shout out that you're a terrible player. But then it leads us into our next chapter of this video, which is asking Riot a simple question. Can Riot be blamed for their own creation? Can Riot be held to the standards as if they're the gods amongst their own world? And can you blame God?
Yes,
From the start,
we can,
the game has been plagued with toxicity. When the league was first released, one of the devs named Pendragon tried to kill its competitor known as Dota. Which that's Nick's game. The guy who eats those chicken sandwiches. Put a video of the chicken sandwich thing.
Somebody link me the song.
Which Pendragon ran
so
the biggest Dota community website and deleted the entire thing to showcase an ad for League of Legends in its place. Then, when Dota 2 was in beta, Pendragon tried to get Blizzard to copyright claim Dota 2. Riot Games also has had a history of toxicity in their workplace. In 2018,
I need to play that
Riot Games suspended their CEO, Scott Gelb, for 2 months without pay after reports of sexual misconduct.
Dude, I need to play this game on stream. Oh, it sounds so good.
And a pending lawsuit. Did he move over to Blizzard? Gelb was accused of touching employees' genitals and farting in their faces.
What the What the
You can see that new champion we just made? Let me touch your cock. They lost a lawsuit regarding bro culture. Despite the allegations and proven discrimination, Gelb remained employed with them until 2023. During the same year, another lawsuit was launched against Riot Games for a long history of sexism, which is unfortunately rampant in the video game industry. I don't, dude, get the chicks out of here. Is what I say, dude. Hey, women, don't be playing video games, dude. This is for the boys. Please cut that, please cut that, please cut that. Valorant Studio was ordered to pay $104 million to 1,549 female employees working for Riot between 2014 and 2021.
I love how the based emote is just the bro just said something incredibly offensive, incredibly sexist. I love it, dude. Oh, man.
In response to unequal hiring practices, they begrudgingly decided to generously hire 20% female leadership. Fine. God, ruin all the games. They don't even want to grab cocks and fart in each other's faces. So
I know,
it's
man.
okay,
What's the point?
I'm finding a new job. Many employees who were mentioned by name in the lawsuit for engaging in sexist and discriminatory behavior were never suspended or punished in any meaningful way. They still continued to work at the company after the lawsuit was lost. Which that leads us into toxic player base. It appears the best players in the game are toxic. Because you know what? If you're good at something, you want to let people know that you're good at it and that they're bad at it. And in 2012, Moscow 5 professional team won the tournament, and then they had to apologize for their toxic remarks in game. That's bull. For a tournament, that feels weird.
It's like looks like a beheading video.
This does look like an ISIS beheading video. Also, all the shadows on the wall. Oh my god. What the fuck? It's like a guy with like a fucking machete just like coming around the corner. And then suspiciously, the owner of the Moscow 5 was taken down for credit card fraud, and the team was rebranded as Gambit Games and based in the UK. Even though people couldn't figure out where the new funding came from. The biggest toxic player of all time and then now reformed is Tyler 1. He lives here in Missouri. He was infamous for aggressive and toxic behavior in game, and there are many clips of him insulting teammates, intentionally, you know, feeding. That was the big thing.
Dude, I don't get what was so bad about T1.
He has a bald ass head. Hell yeah.
He's not even
he had
that
over 20 accounts banned by Riot until 2016.
I just don't
when
get
an
it.
indefinite ban was issued, where any and all accounts associated with him would be banned. But the ban was lifted in 2018, allowing him to play LoL publicly once more.
Boys, it is what it is.
You have L9, the 4 horsemen of the toxic apocalypse. It was formed by Rat IRL, Apocalypse, Self-Made, and Obsessed. There is really nothing more cringy than like online gamer tag like names, you know what I mean? During Season 5 and at the beginning of Season 6,
what up, baby? I miss
really
you.
helped popularize the toxic landscape of League. They created the club with the sole purpose to grief players online, knowing it would gain popularity. And this community of high elo players would stream snipe people in game, harass players they viewed under them, and place people on the int list. Rat IRL, Obsessed, and Self-Made all left the L9 toxicity, but not the aptly named Apocalypse. He started his own server, and illegal and illicit imagery was posted there, so frequently Discord sent a manual message to them to curb their bad behavior. Finally, after enough cases were linked to the server, Discord shut it down. XJ9, who's also known as the most hated LoL player ever.
Really? I've never heard this dude.
For explicit death threats and abusive behavior, both in and out
I've never
of
heard
game, leaked his girlfriend's nudes because she picked Lee Sin.
What? What the
I just
fuck?
seeing your asshole out online, so good pick, babe. One of the few recipients of the ID ban, a deeper ban that prohibits them from creating, accessing, or using any account on Riot Games platforms. Got banned from forums for spamming his stream links and engaged in cheating tactics called elo boosting. Or you have 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙿. He's an ADC player and a league trainer. And a 90-page document released against him claiming grooming and sexual misconduct against minors, allegedly as low as 13 years old. What the? Yeah, pretty base. So you definitely have a fantasy about set flash ulting your pussy and slamming you into the wall. And it has a giga chat emoji. 𝙀𝙧𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙿! 𝙀𝙧𝙋𝘼𝙉! Come on! This document prompted 𝙀𝙧𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙍 to go to Twitch to address the allegations. Later, 𝙀𝙧𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙍 posted a document responding to everything. He admitted to sexual misconduct with a minor. He brings up flirting and messaging this girl who was about to turn 16 when he...
I just don't get it. Like, what is so sexy about this? Why do so many league players just get so weak around these, bro? I just don't understand, bro. You just never stop hearing about it.
He was 20, and this was in 2020. He talks about being Swedish and the age of consent there is 15. He even mentioned he might someone and he would never do it again.
It's gotta be the helmet.
And when the internet became outraged at his response, he promised to discuss everything on a live stream. On the stream, it was clear that people were watching a pre-recorded video that lasted 7 minutes. It was scammy. The stream was monetized, so people had to give subs in order to comment and publicly criticize him. And then we have probably one of my favorite ones here. I don't know why this one gets me pretty good. Toxicity by role/champion, which we have first off the Jax players memes. I don't know why this is a thing, but this is one
Jax
of my
and
favorite
baby.
memes out of this. R/Jax mains. I am
Calling
against
cards
pedophilia.
of
Pedophilia is
pedophiles.
bad. Top laners, specifically Jax players, are known to be pedophiles. I don't know why this is a thing in LoL culture, but it just seems to be the case. This comes from Steven Jax, who at one point was the best Jax top player in the game. Steven Jax. It looks like Little Xan. Like if Little Xan did steroids. He's constantly used homophobic, racist, and graphic language in game, and even made death threats, which resulted in bans. Then you have King, the #1 Jax player in Brazil, who was arrested for having CP on his computer. My God.
Não foi isso que os vídeos da investigação mostram, né? Pedofilia, zoofilia, automutilação.
Mas eu não tenho nada a ver com isso.
Depending on who you play, you might be considered a file.
Don't be fooled by her childish appearance. Zoe is an ancient being, a cosmic messenger of karma.
You might be considered a racist. Because you play this champion, you might be considered extremely toxic or an evil person. Who you pick in the game defines a lot about who you are.
Nah, Yuumi mains, bro, they're whores, straight up. Anybody who play Yuumi, you know they be sucking dick for fun, bro.
Or it's like a zodiac sign. But then we get into the deaths. Sometimes the toxicity doesn't end with the game. And some people have taken their...
Oh, by the way, this is a little treat letting you guys know we are playing Vampire Survivors later.
In-game beef outside and committed horrible acts. Like Chinrong, who was the... That feels racist, I don't know why. Who was the gaming cafe IP farmer. Chinrong, a desperate LoL player, logged into his account and achieved 23 hours straight of gaming at a gaming cafe. He did not drink or eat during this time. Lack of sleep, food, and sustenance caused him to have a heart attack. Since it was common to see other people sleeping at a 24/7 gaming cafe, nobody noticed his death for 9 hours. Or how about Lucci?
He was just
technical
dead?
skill and played League of Legends. Lost 3 games in a row and in a fit of rage, murdered his own roommate with a knife. Kind of quirky. Yeah, imagine game 2, like, you're like sitting in the bed laying next to him. How the game's going, he's just like... Gustavo lost a game, and in his group had a rule that the person who cost them the loss had to choke themselves on webcam until they lost consciousness by hand or object. He tied his neck to a boxing bag and ended up hanging himself. And then you move into death threats. Faker,
here we
who's
go.
Probably like one of the probably the most popular, well-known League of Legends player ever.
Guys, we need to play League
other
now.
League of Legends players with enough credibility that his team has hired extra security and taken measures at public tournaments to make sure that no one actually kills him. How crazy is that? All because he's good at the game. And you know, League of Legends.
Nah, good don't touch it, okay? He is not good at League. He is the god of League of Legends. He is the best player there ever is and was. Faker ran so all others may be able to walk. And they'll never catch up, but he is the greatest of all time.
I'm gonna say it, I'll still play it in the future. I'm too hooked. Maybe I don't play it every day. Maybe I'll take years off of it, but something always calls me back.
It's just good.
I remember sitting on YouTube back in like the
It's just
2016
good.
era when League clips and, you know, live stream fails and all that kind of stuff was at its peak. I remember enjoying
What's your opinion on 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿? I got no idea who the fuck that is.
all that content, and it's just insane to see where League is at now, and especially how back then, how much has just changes in a few years. It's unbelievable. Through all the fake rage baiting and all kinds of other clips of people trying to do stuff online, League of Legends, I do think truly is the most diabolically evil game out there. The weird juxtaposition of weird, tiny, cute anime characters and sweaty, angry people playing the game is something that I think will truly be studied in the future at some point. So if you do want to get into League, don't! And if you are playing League right now, Godspeed, my friend. Take care, everyone.
Just play League with your friends and it's fine.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
And if your friends suck to play League with, that's because they suck as human beings.
Bye.
You're not gonna fucking wave back, then just leave.
Oh, okay, my bad, man. I'm gonna be real, man. League is where you go to find out who your real friends are. It is. If someone sucks to play League with, they suck in real life. It's a golden rule, man. If they're bad at League, it's because they're stupid in real life. We all know it's the damn truth. We all know it's true. They're just dumb as dirt. It ain't hard. Motherfuckers be asking me questions like, where's bot? Yeah, where the f do you think? Where the f do you think bot is? Where's top? Yeah, man, I wonder. Holy shit. People are f***ing brainless. Asman can't even play League? That's because he's old, man. You know, he's an old baldy. You know, his brain's slowing down. You know, he's watching too many damn politics these days, man. He's getting old.